sometimes we sacrifice a lot to build our careers, to build our status in the society for something that they can replace you in days.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, if you resign and you go and someone will come and do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you move, someone will come and take it. But in your family, if you move, you are not replaceable.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not replaceable. Using work as your coping mechanism.
It's actually a big issue.
It is a big issue.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was researching and I was reading some things, and I couldn't find anything that suggests that the government recognizes this as a disease or as a disorder. I didn't find it.
Yeah.
It seems like it's still workaholism is still taken as a thing of a status. Like people who work hard feel like they
I think people think that workaholism is not an issue. They think
Exactly.
it's just working hard. They've seen people work
Yes.
hard, so
Yes.
they're doing the same. But there is a limit to
Yes,
what you call working
is,
hard.
the thing is, workaholism still affects your health. It still affects your life in a negative way. I mean, and that's why it should be considered as a disorder or something to be dealt with, because it affects people.
Yeah.
And this is why we want to talk about it, because we know families that have been seriously affected by working to avoid to deal with something or to just. There are so many reasons why people fall into workaholism. Some people stay in office longer hours than required just because they are avoiding argument at home. They stay at work for as long as they can as
they
a
don't want to
coping
go back
mechanism.
home because they know
Trouble.
what's waiting for them.
If they go back, other people take more shifts than required because of, I would say sometimes it's because of the money.
I think
Yes.
most would argue that it's about the money.
Yes.
No one will tell you it's about whatever the issue.
Because of the pressure
Yes.
that they are getting from not having the money, sometimes it leads to workaholism.
Yeah. And sometimes someone will go, like, they will go because of the money, but
Yes.
really there's an issue they're running from.
Yes, exactly.
But they're giving the excuse of, okay, at least I'm getting money. So
yes.
maybe
the money brings some satisfaction, but the reality, maybe you are running from something. Maybe there is an issue at home. You don't want to be there for long. And we are not against taking more shifts at work. That's not what we are saying.
Yeah.
What we are saying, if you take more shifts to avoid dealing with certain things at home, then that's an issue we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Or if you are taking more shifts to the point where it's affecting your health or it's affecting your relationship, then it's an issue. Why? Because taking more shifts, but not looking after your family may create issues.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're running from issues, but you are causing issues.
Not necessarily looking after your family only, but looking after yourself.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you're the one working. I mean, I don't want to call it working hard because I feel
Working
like I'm
too much.
insulting people who work hard. I want to call it
No. Working hard is good.
working hard is really
Working
good.
too much.
Working too much.
Yeah, working
yes,
too
I think
much.
that's the name.
Working hard is
too
great.
much. Yeah.
Working too much.
Working too much, you are
Yes.
actually affecting yourself.
Yeah.
So
there is this language
harming
people
yourself,
say. People say work smarter, don't work harder. But we want to recognize that you can work both. You can work smarter and harder. Don't just work too much.
Yes.
That's what we are talking about.
Yeah.
But there are people who run their own businesses. People who run their own businesses, normally they justify their workaholism because they stay longer hours at the office and they work to save the company. Like
Yes.
it's your business. If you don't do it, nobody else will.
yeah.
And
in their defense, when you're
Yes.
starting with a business,
Yeah.
I think it takes so much sacrifice at the
Yes.
beginning when you're starting, because you have to kind of make it work, like start it and
Yes.
make it stand it can turn out to be something you keep doing over and over and over and over again, and turn into working too much.
Yes, there is a season in life where you will require to work 60 hours per week, and then there is a season where you need to start dropping it to 50 something and dropping it to 40 something. But you need to be looking and checking all the time if it hasn't become workaholism. It becomes workaholism when it gives you some kind of satisfaction that if you don't do it, you feel like something is missing. Like it's and that will lead us to
something's gonna crumble.
Exactly. So generally, the more people work, the more money they make. Generally, the more people work,
which is awesome,
the more money they work. But the more longer hours you work, the less hours you have to spend the money with your family or just for the things you love, like sports or just holidays.
Yeah. So or even you go spend that money at the hospital because you're exhausted, you're over-exhausted, but you're sick. Exactly. At the end of the week, you're sick, so you go spend that money.
So at the end of the day, life becomes all work, and you end up just working. So that is how we are defining workaholism, is when you just work without paying attention to the things that are happening in your life or the people you need to care about, your own health and everything around you. But because in most cases, workaholics don't think it's an issue.
Yes.
They are proud of it.
Yeah.
They are proud of working longer hours. They talk about it as if it's something to boast about.
Yeah, I'm busy.
I'm busy. I'm very busy. I'm working 65 hours these days. I'm working like I don't have time to stay even with my children. I don't. And they talk about it as it's something to be proud of. It's not something to be proud of. Not having time to spend with your children, with your family, with your wife, with your extended family is
with
not
husband,
okay.
Yeah,
it's not okay. I'm talking wife because I'm a man, so remind me please to talk about with your husband.
That's why I'm here.
So these are the few thoughts we want to share with you as you are dealing with workaholism. As you see, maybe you want to maintain a healthy rhythm in your life, and the first thing we want to bring to your attention is you are replaceable at work. Even if it's your own business that you created, you started a business, you are still replaceable. How? Someone can run it or a competition can take over. You are replaceable at work. So it's okay to enjoy work. It's okay to work and love your work and do the best you can and spend your hours there and work hard and be productive and all that. But always keep in mind, it doesn't matter the job that you have, you are replaceable there. The reason why we say this is because you are not replaceable to your children. You are not replaceable to your family. You are not replaceable. And that thing needs to stay in your mind. Sometimes we sacrifice a lot to build our careers, to build our status in the society for something that they can replace you in days.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, if you resign and you go and someone will come and do it. That's the thing. If you move, someone will come and take it. But in your family, if you move, you are not replaceable.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not replaceable. So never forget that. As a mother, as a husband, as a brother, as a sister, as an uncle, auntie, you're not replaceable to those people. So don't just work and sacrifice your relationship with your family or friends, or because no human is replaceable in their family,
Absolutely.
But work, tasks, someone else can do it. Maybe better than you.
Absolutely.
The second one.
Yeah. The second thing is don't let your work define you.
Don't.
Yeah. Because you are not what you do.
You are not what you do. It's okay. It's okay to enjoy and give your all to your work.
Yeah.
But it becomes problematic when you feel like your work becomes your identity.
Yeah.
And you know your work has become your identity when without it,
you
don't feel yourself.
Like,
if
some
you
people
lose it,
feel like they don't recognize themselves. They're like, I don't know who I am because
your work gives you
doing
purpose.
What I used to do.
Yes.
Or
Yes. If your work gives you purpose, if your work gives you meaning, like you become your work. Without it, you feel lost. There is a problem. You have made your work to define you. Do not let your work to define you. It doesn't matter what position it is. You can be a CEO, you can be a carpenter, you can be a builder, whatever work you do. It can be your business you have built. Don't let it define you because you are not what you do. That's the issue. Sometimes we try to identify ourselves with.
And money is not all there is. Like money, it's not always about money.
Yes. There is more.
Money is good. Money can help you, but it's not all about it. It's not it's not the goal. No. I think it's a mean. It's more of a means to.
Money should be a means and not a goal. Money and work should be a means, not an end.
You can love your work. You can love it. You can enjoy it. Like what we do, we love what we do.
Yes.
But that's not what defines us.
Money, exactly. Work should not define you. Money should not define you. Work should not be something that gives you meaning and purpose. Yeah. No, you are not your work. You are not what you do. You see, this is what we do when we greet each other. When you greet each other, most of the times we are like, how are you? How are you? What do you do? When you go to a party, when you go to
why do
a
we
meeting.
Do that?
Because we define people by what they do. Like that's the culture.
How can we change that?
We ask people,
I think it's.
How are you? What's your name?
I feel like
I'm Mike.
It puts pressure on people.
Of course, and
because,
people want to.
Hi, how are you? Oh, what do you do?
Yes, if you
true.
When you sit on the plane, the first question you'll start. How are you? What's your name? Oh, what do you do? Like that is like the introduction, and then the person will start to talk about what they do, as if that is what they define them. People will not say, "Oh, I'm married and I have 3 children," and no. People will start with, I am a businessman and I run this business, and I'm also a pastor and I'm a musician, and so I'm beginning to paint a picture in the head of the person who is talking to me of my status in the society, so that they can respect me and they can see that I'm important, and that work gives me meaning.
Someone can say that and they're struggling really bad.
Oh, like, of course.
They're going into a hard time.
Yes.
But you're not going to share your things with strangers. But I think there's a way to talk to someone and make them feel like that they can talk to you. Like
we also respect people based on what they do. If someone tells you,
so they have to prove this is what I do.
We have given to certain jobs more value than others, and people now we live with this pressure that we have to introduce ourselves with these titles so that we can be respected or valued in the society, and this is causing people to be workaholics because there is pressure to earn a position, to earn status in the societies. We feel like it's wrong. We feel like it's wrong. We should not let work define us. We should not let positions define us. I'm more than my work. I'm more than a pastor. I'm more than my gift even. I'm more than my gift. I'm more than a prophet. I'm more than a musician. I'm me, a child of God. I am Mike, the child of God. I can exist and live without all the ministries in me. I can still exist. God gave them to me to bless his people, to bless his church, and to make money, and to be a blessing to my family. But they don't define me. I can still exist without them. So I need to be careful. I know you. I know you like me with them. And I love your gift, babe. I love all your gifts, all your abilities. I love that. Yeah. But honestly, without those gifts, I still believe you are a great person. You are a great person. You are a beautiful, great person and we value the gifts. God gave them to us for a reason. Yeah. And this is why we need to understand we are not what we do. You are not what you do. Even though what you do can determine who you become, but you are not what you do.
Yeah, that's good. Number 3 is don't withdraw more than you deposit.
Oh, that is very important.
Yeah, relationship is like a bank.
Yes.
So you put in, whatever you put in the relationship is what you're going to get out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is why we get it wrong, because we go to work and invest in our jobs. We invest time, kindness to our colleagues than our own spouses and our children or the people in our lives. We invest in work. Some people respect their bosses, their managers, their supervisors more than they respect their own spouses at home. You will see them kind, smiling, very generous at work. When they come at home, they don't talk to anyone. They are tired. They don't invest in it.
Yeah.
You don't invest anything in your home.
You're a beautiful lamb when you're at work. When you go back home, you're a lion.
Exactly.
Everybody's scared because you're like,
you know why? Because that's where you invest. You invest all your attention, all your time at work. You invest all your energy to be that good person at work. When you come home, there is no investment.
Nothing left.
There is nothing left in you.
Yeah.
And you still want people at home to be kind to you. While you did not invest kindness, you did not deposit kindness in your home bank, and you want to go home and withdraw kindness from your spouse. It is wrong. It is wrong. I believe that you need to deposit kindness. You need to deposit word of affirmation. You need to deposit cuddles and kisses, quality time.
Yes.
You need to deposit those things. Act of service. You need to deposit this at home.
True.
So that when you go back home, you withdraw it. You get something from your children. You get something from your spouse because you deposited it in your home, your relationship, your family bank. So don't expect to withdraw more than you deposit. Spend time at home. Be kind at home so that you can withdraw kindness. You can withdraw service from the people at home.
Yeah.
So we have some ideas of how you can invest in your home bank or in your family bank. What you can invest. For example, you can spend only 30 minutes with your children per day. That's enough. You don't need to invest 8 hours per day with your children to feel like you're a good parent. I heard someone saying that, and I tried it. Just 30 minutes of undivided attention with your children is enough for them to feel like you are present. You can do more. You can do 2 hours. You can do whatever amount of time that you feel necessary for you. But if you are a parent, a busy parent, working parent, mother or father, just 30 minutes per day
can make a difference.
Can make a big difference in the life of your children. Just 30 minutes a day.
Yeah.
But if you are a mother who spends time with children or father who spends time with the children, you look after them at home, that's fine. Yeah. For couples, we recommend like 30 minutes per day of undivided attention. Just you come from work.
You catch each other up.
Yes.
About things.
30 minutes of listening to each other and talking about the day. That's not the time to talk about big issues, solving conflict necessarily. That is just
if they're not urgent, that's not the time.
Yes. We normally spend that time just to update each other on what happened at work or what happened with our children. So what my wife heard, what I saw from there. And we just update each other to be on the same page every day. But we also have a sync meeting that we've shared in one of our episodes. We have the 2 meetings you should have every week. I think you can find that episode on our podcast. Every week we have a meeting. We discuss issues where we synchronize our relationship.
Issues, by issues we mean things that are not necessarily fun.
The boring stuff like finance, project, whatever we want to build or start or children's school or
all that.
All those things, we talk about that in that sync meeting.
Yeah.
And then we have another meeting where we just talk romance. One. Yeah. Romantic meeting where we just talk about how beautiful she is. And
it's romantic. Everybody understands.
It's romantic. You know what we mean by romantic. We don't bring any questions about how any crisis to be resolved or any conflicts to be resolved in the romantic meeting.
Yeah, and that has been very helpful to us, because when you don't realize how much stuff come together and ruin the moment. Like, for example, those 2 meetings have helped us so much because we know that we're going to deal with this time, and this is going to be a time that we get to enjoy each other, because we want to enjoy life. We don't want to endure life. We want to have a good, we recognize that this is a gift from God to have this, what we have. So we want to make sure we take care of it. So enjoy each other. But in saying that, there are things that need to be dealt with, and
that's why we have sync
and we have the romantic meeting. But my favorite will always be the romantic meeting.
Yeah, she does love it. I don't know. I love the sync meeting because that's where I bring all my ideas. Yeah. I also enjoy the romantic one because that's where
the reason why the sync meeting is good for mostly you, because you annoy me in the romantic meeting. And then the romantic meeting is good because I don't want to do anything
sync thing. Yeah. So it's we
found a way, guys. We found a way.
Yeah, the romantic meeting keeps our flame on. Like we feel like every time we leave that meeting, we feel like we feel young.
Yeah. We're saying meeting, but it's not necessarily
it's not a sit meeting.
Down
it's a date.
And talk. It's
a date.
It's more than that. Yeah.
It's a date. Yeah. We can watch a movie. We can go to a restaurant. We can do whatever. Yeah. There is a danger of working too much without investing in your family. So please do something about it.
Yeah. If you find out that you are a workaholic, see a professional. There's good people out there who can help you.
If it's affecting your life, your health, and it's really out of control,
find someone to help you, man. Yeah. Find someone to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening today. We hope you had a good time, because we did. We had a
good time.
We had a good time. Remember to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss when we post new episodes. Remember, when family is healthy, the nation is healthy. Bye.
Bye.